Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamer Score and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. I wanted to do another video on this game just to kind of cover a few more bases. So first things first, we're just going to blatantly point out that obviously everything that you see on screen is owned by Disney and Square Enix. Blah 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 blah, all legal stuff. This video may contain some spoilers for the game and various Disney films, although film wise it is quite minor, but for the game there could be some large spoilers, as I'm going to be showing you some of the other worlds that are involved in it and some of the mini games as well. So yeah, let's jump right in. So we rejoin my adventures in Kingdom Hearts 3 back in the Caribbean, or Caribbean depending upon which part of the world you are from. Once again you have a change in the art style, very much like the art style that it's kind of adapted to for the live action films. So at this point in the game I'm about 20 hours in. I haven't really been playing it as much as I kind of want to or have had time to, but I feel like this game has at least another 20 hours in it through mini games and collecting things and things like that. I'm not usually one for completing games 100% and getting all the trophies and things like that, but I am quite enjoying hunting down all of the hidden Mickeys and sorry, lucky emblems they're called, sorry, and excuse me, and trying to find them and trying to find all the little hidden things in each of the levels as well. As you can probably tell by these footage, I have unlocked some more keyblades with some different special abilities. The one that I'm using at the moment is from the Monsters Inc. world, which unfortunately I haven't seen in this video, so I won't be showing it to you today. There are some very bizarre animations and magic spells available to you and abilities that just make combat a little bit more interesting. Having played previous games in the series, I say previous games, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and kind of have an idea of what's going on in this, although there is like 9 games story. But yeah, I think the combat systems has been improved a lot since the original game, which is always good. Always good. So the rest of this video is going to be mainly about the different worlds and the mini games that are within them. For example, you have this kind of home world that's got the bistro and stuff, which we'll cover later, but mainly this is kind of your opening world that isn't really linked to any specific Disney film or anything like that, so it can link into a lot of things. So as before, I was mentioning the hidden lucky emblems. There's one of them there, disguised as some dinner plates. So if you do play this game, keep an eye out for them. You probably have been, but I won't be ruining too many of their locations in this video today. So I'm not going to give you a full tour of this area. I just show off a little bit of it to you. So here's the first big spoiler, because it's not really been mentioned up to now, or on any of the review sites and things, but the 100 Acre Wood is back. with a few little mini games in there as well. And once again, you have this lovely art style to it that's almost cell-shaded, but at the same time it isn't. And it's just got a very nice kind of image to it, which is I like very much. I think it kind of blends quite well with the rest of the game.
You're home.
So, as far as I can make out, at this point, the 100 Acre Wood is only Rabbit's house.
I think that's a lucky emblem.
So I spend a little bit of time just kind of having a look for that lucky emblem that Sora thinks that he has seen, and I have no idea where it is, but I do find it eventually, and all is well. But it seems like the 100 Acre Wood is just based around Rabbit's house at the moment. I don't know whether it's going to expand any more after, and I don't really want to give away too much of what I did while I was in this area, because it is mainly a lot of mini games, but at the same time there is a little bit of story in there, so I don't want to give too much away at the moment. There's me desperately flipping the camera around trying to find it, and well, to be fair, the eagle-eyed among you may have already spotted one or two of the lucky emblems that are within this portion of the game, because I will tell you right now that you can see them in this video, so it does kind of give them away a little bit, but unless you go back and forward in this video, then things like that you might not see them. But anyway, so I just have a little chat with some of the guys from 100 Acre Wood, and then I'm going to show you some of the other stuff that is in this portion of the game. Well, not this portion of the game, but in the later stages of the game. So, those familiar with the film Ratatouille will know this kind of thing very well. So this is in the bistro in Tramtown, or whatever it's called, in the kind of home world that we were talking about a minute ago. Essentially, you gather ingredients from all around the world, you make the dishes in the kitchen with Little Chef, and then the dishes that you make can kind of give you bonuses in combat and things like that. So it's usually a case of each dish has got its own kind of little mini game that you need to perform, and then depending upon how well you do in it, depends upon how well the meal that you make is. And the entire
business is booming. Splendid.
Business is run by Scrooge McDuck, because why not?
Well, the critics are going cuckoo, and the register's ka-ching.
Come and give you little presents.
I cannot wait to see what it is you cook up next.
Nice
Dorking the customers.
Which is always good.
We try.
Alright, so we're going to move on and talk about some of the levels briefly at this point. Obviously, we've got the Toy Story level, which I discussed in a previous video. As you can see, all of the guys are there.
You want to take my
picture? So we're going to move on and talk about two of the other levels that are within the game. I've not covered all of them, just some of them. So, you may or may not recognise this one when I get to the end of this hill, but this is essentially the Rapunzel level.
We find some ingredients around here.
So at this point I've completed the main mission, and I'm just kind of wandering around gathering up some ingredients where I can for little chef back in the bistro. So this was actually quite a fun level to play through, because you do have Rapunzel on your team with you, so you do get that added kind of bit of gameplay where she uses her hair as a grappling hook and things like that, which is a little bit bizarre and weird, but never mind. So that's an interesting dynamic.
I bet we'll find some ingredients.
So now we're going to move on
here.
to another game, another level in the game, based on one of the biggest franchises that Disney has produced in recent years, and it would have been silly of them not to include it. So here we are, up North Mountain, and in Arendelle with Anna, Elsa and the gang. Now, the best thing that I could do, I thought, to kind of show you the sheer scale of this mountain level, essentially, is to jump down. So, you basically spend a lot of this level climbing up the mountain, but it doesn't seem like it takes as long as you would think, and it's a very kind of enjoyable experience, and they've made it a very kind of interactive kind of climbing up the mountain. It's not just kind of scale this, scale that, scale this, fight some enemies. You do kind of feel like
We can do it.
it's
Come
just
on.
not taking as long. So at this point we're about halfway down the mountain, so we're going to call it there. And yeah, so if you did like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.